going to beauty school in this professional, polished environment with only probably 6 black girls at this school at the time, it was a culture shock for me, and I think it was a culture shock for them too. I can remember getting questions asked to me. I can remember questions being asked to me about my hair, or I remember a girl staring at me and telling me I was the first black girl she ever saw in her whole life, like in person. So it was just so many different things. But I will say, at that beauty school, that's the first time I can say I probably experienced like real life racism, and I didn't even know it was racism until I got out of the situation and looked back at some things that happened. But there were a lot of things and a lot of encounters that happened with other races that just made it difficult. Like even with some of the instructors, not all, I'm not going to sit here and say my entire beauty school experience was bad, but I do have to touch on that part just because it was a culture shock, and it was just different. I can honestly say I was not used to some of the comments and some of the commentary, or just some of the hatred and the jealousy and things like that, or just being forced to only service the black women that came into the beauty school. The beauty school I went to in Indianapolis, everybody was able to try some of everything. Where at this school, I didn't get a lot of white clients for color. I only did the black women that needed relaxers. I only did the French rolls, the updos, the crimps, just things that I already knew how to do, not things that were going to further cultivate me. So in turn, after I recognized that I was kind of being used as a worker, and I wasn't learning, it really made me bitter and angry. And I was, again, very ghetto, very outspoken with a poor attitude and frustrated with life. But I was determined at the same time. So it was like, I was determined, I had a fight in me, but my approach was always bad. And so I had a great few teachers that were rooting for me. And then I had a lot of teachers that were sick of me and were tired of me. But I never did anything. I never did enough to be put out of school. I just did enough to challenge the things that were happening. And I always spoke my mind, and I always spoke up, and I didn't take any mess. And so it made a tumultuous beauty school experience. I ended up getting pregnant again with my son. And of course, when you're pregnant, you don't have time to be fighting these battles, like you're tired. But I was still determined to get done with school. And that kind of softened my heart and changed my perspective, and just gave me a little more grit and determination to realize, like, look, you gotta pick your battles, sis. Some of these battles you're fighting with these people aren't worth fighting. And so I just came up with a strategy that I was going to get everything that I needed, and I was going to negotiate my way through school and get everything that I needed. So I put my poor attitude to the side, and I had about 800 hours left. Where at this school, most schools require 1,500 hours. This school required 1,800 hours. And so I put my pride to the side and decided to just humble myself and go through the process. And so what I did was took the chip off my shoulder, got rid of the fight the power attitude so I could get what I needed to get. And then it became a better experience. I'm not saying things didn't happen that didn't bother me, but I just changed my outlook on it. It was like, look, I'm getting ready to have a second baby. I have to be at school all day. I have limited income. I'm on food stamps. I'm on government assistance. Like this, I got to get what I need to get. So all of that would just take a toll on you where, look, this is what we're doing. So I made friends. I looked at girls that I thought were going to receive me and that had what I wanted. That was the best decision that I made. I was able to exchange stuff with students and show them things that weren't being taught, because again, it was a majority white school. It was about 6 girls in there, and we all could lace. I began exchanging services, like, hey, I'll show you how to do a French roll if you show me how to do some highlights, if you show me how to tone, if you show me how to apply this. And that's how I changed my mindset of just wanting to do updos and be known for the best up styles and all of this stuff. I had to learn the things that I didn't already know how to do. And the way I learned that was with my peers, and my peers taught me, and my peers, my Caucasian homegirls, showed me about cut and color and helped me understand it in depth. I knew the book work, but I wasn't able to ever do the practical because I was always booked with ethnic styles and things like that. So that's how I started learning and expanded my mind to be a diverse stylist, instead of being one-dimensional and only thinking about black hair and textured hair. And so in beauty school, then I started doing competitions, again, while I was pregnant, just to press my way through. If you did a competition and you won, they knocked some stuff off of your tuition. And I won lots of trophies. Like I think I won a total of 8 hair competitions when I was in beauty school, for bridal updo, fantasy. I know I won a fantasy competition 3 or 4 times, evening, and cut and color. I think I got like 3rd place in a cut and color. So I was always winning competitions, and that helped knock money off of my tuition, and in turn help build a better rapport with my instructors, since, you know, I came in so rough and tough. So got ready to have my son, and I remember being in labor and going to school and signing my leave papers like mid contraction. And then I delivered my son, stayed home with him for 6 weeks, and hit it right back into beauty school and finished my last couple hours and finished.